How to make holy gold grids for CRYO-EM. First, you want to attach your PDMS to the stamp and make sure it is centered. Then prepare your formvar solution by mixing 11.9 grams into 11.9 mils of chloroform. Then you want to make sure it's mixed and pipette 50 microliters of the 1% formvar solution and put it right in the center of a microscope slide. Then press the stamp onto the formvar and press and apply consistent pressure for 2 minutes. Meanwhile, you can gently remove excess formvar around the stamp while keeping the applied pressure consistent. So the trick is just keeping the pressure steady for 2 minutes. During this time, this formvar has hardened. Then you can release the stamp quickly. So you will have a surface with small hole designs on it, and you want to scratch the edges of the square with a blade. Then exhale on the slide 2 to 3 times, and at an angle insert the slide to release the formvar on water. It should look like this. Make sure it is on the water and doesn't go inside. So this part is a bit tricky, but with practice you will get good at it. You can repeat this until you have a few squares. So once they look stable and you think they are ready, you can get some fresh grids, and you want to gently place them on the formvar squares. Make sure that the copper colored side is up and the dark side or the blacker side is facing down. Place them so they don't overlap but cover only the square formvar part. This step takes patience and requires some good grid handling, which over time will come with practice. In the end, they should look like this, all of the squares arranged on top of the squares, and the copper side is facing up and towards you. Then you place a piece of paper on top of each square. It's also possible to use parafilm, but paper seems to work better for us. So be gentle and place them on top of them and wait a few seconds for it to stabilize. Then in a swift motion you can just pull the paper away from the water, making sure that this grids on top of the square don't get disturbed. And sometimes they do, but that's why you want to do a couple of these just in case some of them get ruined. Then you can place them on top of a petri dish and place some coins around them to give weight so the paper doesn't flow away with wind or anything. Then we want to place it under a lamp for 30 minutes so the water will dry. After that, we continue and bake it for 15 minutes. Now there is no water on them and they are ready to be coated with gold. Place them inside the machine and there will be a vacuum at first. Once the vacuum occurs, then you can sputter them with gold. And this step requires argon, so you must also turn on the argon. So we start the coating process. A purple light is a sign that the gold is sputtering. So we are doing 20 nanometers of gold, and this machine will record the exact nanometer thickness of the gold that gets sputtered, and you can also check visually. They will look shiny and gold colored afterwards. So you know that the sputtering was successful. The final step is adding a few drops of chloroform and letting it dry for a few hours and quality check them under a microscope.